So good morning everybody and welcome to 2019. I'm Trish Palmer, the creator of the Australian Hypnosis Protocol for IBS. So today I'm going to be talking about IBS hypnotherapists. But before I do, I'd like to just tell you some stuff, okay? So we decided to release the IBS Hypnosis Protocol back in October in 2007. Since then, we have run 5 events across Australia. We have been recognised for 10 CPD points with the AHA for our live events. So if you'd like to attend this year, you will get 10 CPD points for the live events in Australia. Hi Stephen, how you going? We have released the IBS Hypnosis Protocol online to reach people outside Australia as well. So you don't need to be limited by location. And we are expanding to bring the protocol to New Zealand in November in 2019. I'm super pumped to be working with Faye and Daryl over there. It's going to be fantastic. So in 2019, we will be presenting the IBS Hypnosis Protocol across Australia. We'll be in Melbourne in March, so if you want to pop in March, please grab your tickets now. We'll be in Adelaide in April, Sydney in June, Perth in August, Brisbane in September, and New Zealand in November. Payment plans for this start at $40 and we will sell out. We've already started selling tickets for all locations. Now, if you have attended the IBS event before, please contact me because I can tell you how to get a seat for free, and you will also be eligible for your 10 CPD points as well. So come along. I'd love to have a refresher with you, maybe catch up and have some dinner or something like that. It's going to be bloody awesome this year. And this year will sell out. We decided this year that instead of having a bonus for people that pay up front, we decided that we would put everybody on a level playing field. And the reason being is because we are in an industry that is being limited by those that have money and those that are struggling to get started. So we decided that everybody would be on a even playing field, regardless of whether you're on a payment plan or whether you're paying up front. And that's because we want more IBS hypnotherapists to run their service across the world. We have so many people that are suffering from IBS that we actually need to step up and start helping them out. So let me show you the article that I'm going to talk about, okay? So this is an article by the Daily Mail in Australia, and it's a fascinating article because it shows absolutely how much demand there really is, not only in Australia, but over in the UK, in the US, and other places as well. So can hypnotherapy beat IBS? Hypnotherapy appears to be an effective long-term treatment for IBS, with sufferers feeling the benefits for at least 5 years, and that's what the research is claiming. So what happened is that they researched 200 patients with IBS, and they were monitored after undergoing gut-directed hypnotherapy. And each of them, their symptoms was recorded, the quality of life, the level of anxiety and stress before and after the treatment as well. And this is what we go into in the IBS Hypnosis Protocol. It's not just about what people are eating, it's all about their external environment, their internal environment. It's about a lot of other stuff as well. So the research found that almost 3/4, so 71% of those 200 people responded well to hypnotherapy, and most did not deteriorate over time. So this was an ongoing thing that really helped people. So they concluded that the beneficial effects of hypnotherapy appear to last at least 5 years, and they absolutely do. I have had clients in for the IBS hypnosis, and I've never seen them again. They've gone off, they've lived these fantastic lives, they've saved their relationships and things like that. One lady I had started going traveling, and she recently just jumped out of a plane. So, you know, this poor woman who refused to leave her house all of a sudden is jumping out of a plane. So, hi, how you going, Dale? So yeah, how great is that? So it appears that the effects are lasting up to 5 years, sort of thing, and it's a viable treatment. So the results of the study were published in the journal Gut. So if you want to look that up, please do. And it also showed that women responded more effectively to the hypnotherapy than men. There's actually just as many men suffering from IBS as what there are women. So that's what the studies show. when you study the IBS hypnosis, sometimes you do have to adapt it a little bit for the male clientele, and that's just because some of them just have a different way of thinking. Pfft, that's life. So the research was carried out by a team in Withington Hospital in Manchester, where the UK's first NHS hypnotherapy unit has been established. So this is great. So hypnotherapy is actually being applied inside hospitals. This is what we need. We need this to be more of a first protocol rather than drugs being the first protocol. So as many as 1 in 5 people in Britain go on to develop IBS. How horrible is that? So you've got a 1 in 5 chance of going on and developing IBS in Britain. And that's the same statistic in Australia as well. And the symptoms include stomach pain, diarrhea, constipation. It's actually affecting the business industry as well, with many people getting so much stress inside their workplace that they're ending up having to go home or they just cannot go into work. I recently met one lady who had basically been made redundant. And that's because she could no longer control her gas that was going on. And as much as her job said that her job was made redundant, at the end of the day, she knows the real reason behind it. So what she did was she came to me. She had IBS hypnosis done because she couldn't control the gas anymore. It was smelly. It was affecting her life. And now she's gone out and gotten a wonderful new job. And she's working with animals. How cool is that? That's just adorable. So back to the article, Trish. I get sidetracked with so much of their success, so I do apologise. So the research said that around half the work done by the gastroenterologists actually concerned IBS. And a lot of gastroenterologists do not have the resources to help people with IBS because it's a syndrome. And syndromes don't have a set of, side effects and things like that. They don't have that. That's what a syndrome does. A syndrome has all different things for all different people, and they're just collected into the one sort of average box, but they don't know specifically what the issue is. So they've also pointed out that the conventional treatments for the condition did not always prove successful. So some of the medication for IBS is actually, the side effects is worse than the medication itself. So using 204 completed questionnaires, the researchers were able to assess the effects of hypnotherapy immediately after the 6 years, and 6 years after the hypnotherapy sessions lasting 1 hour for up to 12 weeks. So some of the IBS protocols that are available out there only go for 3 or 4 sessions, which is about an hour per session. Our hypnosis protocol goes for 8 sessions, and that's a small one. Okay, so you can expand it out to 12 and more than that, depending on whether the person has severe anxiety, depression, stuff like that. You can actually knock over 2 birds with 1 stone with the IBS hypnosis protocol. So ours goes for 8 weeks, and the reason why it goes for 8 weeks is because it takes 4 to 5 weeks for basically people to get their nutrition in check, to get those light bulb moments and things like that. So we decided on 8 sessions because that was the most effective point. If people got results before then, awesome. We did other stuff like self-esteem enhancement and things like that. But most of the time it was about an hour a week for 8 weeks. So among those who responded well, Among those who responded well, all patients registered a significant improvement in symptoms compared with before the treatment. So that was fantastic. They got some phenomenal results by doing this, and this was all published in the Daily Mail. So they also found that there was little difference in how the patients rated the improvement for more than that had been reassessed 5 years later. So they had gotten the results. It was just that good, and it was that easy. They had gotten the results, and the improvement stayed for after the 5 years. There was also improvement in the quality of life, and the level of anxiety and depression also decreased over time. So many people with IBS are actually developing higher levels of anxiety and depression because they can't control the gas, or they have defecated themselves. They are worried about eating certain foods in case it gives them a stomach ache, then they have to leave the situation suddenly or something like that. So having this problem can actually be exponential to bigger problems, sort of thing. So if you can get this one whilst it's small, you can really help your client get some phenomenal results. So however, patients said that they took fewer drugs, and did not need to go to the doctors as often after having hypnotherapy. Now, this is a phenomenal result, okay? Because as a hypnotherapist, you do not actually want to see your client anymore. Sure, you might want to have them in for maintenance sessions every now and again, but at the end of the day, you actually don't want to have to see your client. You want to give them the tools and the resources that they need for their success. So they had found that the patients actually took fewer drugs and did not need to see the doctors as often. And hey, doctors are busy these days. They don't need to be continuously seeing people who don't need to be seen. So the researchers maintained that the sustained improvements of most of the patients could not be attributed to other treatments, as less than 1 in 10 attempts alternatively after finishing hypnotherapy. They said that while past research had demonstrated the benefits of hypnotherapy in the short term, the study showed that it also worked over longer periods. So not only did some of those people who felt that symptoms had come back, they had still gotten benefits in the short term, and there was 71% of them that got benefits in the long term, that was over the 5-year period. So for that other percentage of people, we teach you how to do maintenance session with those people, because those people may be anxiety instigators. Maybe they tap into sadness or anger more often than others, and they haven't quite let go of that external influence that's creating the internal influence that's creating the IBS. So some people just need a couple more sessions. So a potential criticism for the use of hypnotherapy as treatment for IBS has been that it's costly and what it provides. So, you know what, at the end of the day, there are people out there that go, I'd rather just take a pill from the doctor, because the pills are like $7 a script here in Australia, rather than spend a couple $100 and actually get this problem solved. So this is where you as a therapist will learn in the IBS protocol how to get around that, how to actually get your clients to go, I can see more value in this in the long term than in the medication in the long term, okay? So, excuse me, I've got a funny voice today. So there were people that was the only thing that they sort of could come up with. So, however, because of the sustained effects of the majority of the people, costs of treatment could be rapidly offset by ensuring that you will reduce the cost of the medication, their food quality intake will be better, they can enjoy themselves more, and things like that. So this report is fantastic. If you would like the link to this report, I will be placing it in the comments. So this is a fantastic report to show your clients, to place it on your Facebook page, on your social media and things like that. So they've got the evidence. So as I said before, if you would like to go and read the article, just simply type into Google the journal gut. Okay, just type that in and look up the IBS protocol sort of thing, so that you can read that article. It's absolutely fantastic, and it's really, really great to see that hypnotherapy is being established in hospitals as well. So there you have it, guys. They are finding that 71% of people that they had studied in this 200 case study had actually proven to be effective over a long period of time as well. Now we have 1 in 5 people, 1 in 5 people with IBS are actually suffering chronically, terribly with stomach pains and things like that. Yet we have more quit smoking hypnotherapists than we have IBS ones. So it's time to revolutionize our hypnosis service and start working with some bigger issues that are ongoing for people. And they're developing this. It's absolutely horrible. So, if you'd like to come along to one of our events, please do. Your location won't limit your opportunity to learn the IBS protocol, because you can try our online course and you can have the free trial if you'd like. I will place the link below. If you would like to grab a seat to the IBS training, please jump on our website, www.pellenandpalmer.com/events. We have payment plans starting from $40. So it's very, very simple stuff. As long as your course is paid for before the launch date, then we're all good. We don't mind. We've got some people that are attending our course later in 2019 and are paying like $40 a month towards it so that they can actually attend. We are here to help you. We want these therapists to be able to help other people. That's why we're not saying to people, look, you have to pay it up front. We're going to make it difficult and we'll only give you a bonus if you pay up front. This is an even slather. If you want to pay it off, if you want to pay it up front, that's fine, but we need more IBS hypnotherapists in this industry. So join me every Thursday morning at 8 a.m. for more IBS hypnosis stuff. Next week, I will be talking about Module 1 of the IBS Hypnosis Protocol. Have an awesome day, everybody. Bye-bye. Mwah.